Hello everyone, my name is Muir, and this is Starsector version 0.96a-RC10, and this is the Combined Arms Heron. If this video gets 200 likes, I will consider making a Combined Arms Fleet Doctrine playthrough of Starsector latest version, but let's go ahead and get into the video. What we have here is the first of the carriers that are being featured here in the Combined Arms Fleet Doctrine. The Heron is actually really powerful as a carrier. It has its targeting feed, which makes these guys all deal extra damage, and it's really useful for supporting enemy ships. So typically you would combine a Combined Arms Heron with a Combined Arms Champion if you're going for cruisers, but you could just as easily use it with a Sunder or something like that. The broadswords will still put hard flux on the enemy, and this Grazer will still put a lot of... this basically does like 2,000 damage over 10 seconds. It actually does 4,000 damage, 4,000 shield damage over 10 seconds, because it fires 2 of these. So, what do we got? We have a Claw for the sweet EMP damage, which can disable many ships' engines. We have the Broadsword for putting hard flux on the enemy ship. And we have Wasps for killing enemy fighters, enemy hangar bay, fighter bay units. After that, we have a single tactical laser. If a ship does not have an offensive weapon, like a tactical laser, for example, then it will do everything in its power to stay as far away from other enemy ships as it can. So, and we kind of don't want that, because you would typically have this escorting a warship that is actually going to be doing the killing. So we have some long-range point defense lasers here. Then we have the Grazer SRM pod. Now, if you want to, you can use a Pylum instead. That will work just fine. But let's go ahead and look at the whole features and mods. So we have the ECCM package that makes these guys faster, I believe. We have the expanded crew deck, just so we can get out more of these guys when they get destroyed. And then we have expanded missile racks, so we can get more Grazers. After that, we have reinforced bulkheads, just in case this guy gets destroyed. We have 35 capacitors and 3 vents. We just need to get a little bit higher than this, and we are perfectly fine. But alright, if you want to use an officer on this, I recommend using our carrier officer here. That is helmsmanship, combat endurance, field modulation, point defense, system expertise, and missile specialization. Missile specialization is actually really useful because it doubles the number of missiles that they have at the start of a match, which does not double multiplicatively with expanded missile racks. So if a ship has 50 missiles by default, then it will get 50 missiles from the missile specialization, and then an extra 50 missiles from this. Effectively giving it like 3 times the missiles. So if you are going to be going with this, what I recommend is when you are choosing skills to make the elite, I recommend helmsmanship, field modulation, point defense, and missile specialization. But alright, that is the Heron. There's the Combined Arms Heron carrier, combat carrier. And this guy, you would use him to be escorting some sort of warship to more or less make sure that the skies are clear, so to speak, of enemy fighters, while also putting hard flux on the enemy ships with the broadswords. Alright guys, that's been the Combined Arms Heron. I will catch you all later. Bye everyone.